Pearl Harbor Visitor Center. This is all the car parking. And then over there, it's a bus. Thank you.
Guys, your ticket is for 10:15. At 10 o'clock, you guys will check into that building right there. At 10 o'clock. Okay? Because your tickets are, please don't use it. If you lose the tickets, you're going to have to get in the standby line. Mama, here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't lose the ticket.
I will not
So at 10?
right now.
Yeah, don't lose the ticket.
For grandma.
So, at 10 o'clock, go to that building, you guys will check in with the ranger. They will give you a safety ticket, they will put you on a ferry. You guys go down to the monument. When you guys come back, you guys can tour this whole area.
Monument.
At a quarter after the hour, at 9:15, go to that building. Tell the ranger you want to check the documentary out. The documentary, you guys can come out a little after about 9:30, 9:35. You guys can hang out in that area.
Mình cannot đọc mình tỉnh này.
That building right there, everything on that side is a gift shop, snack shop, restroom, museum. Road to War, Attack Museum. Okay? Guys, you need to use the restroom before you get on the ferry. You have no restrooms on the ferry. When you get on the ferry, you guys will be in Navy hands. They're going to ask you to silence your phones and remain seated at all times. You take video, you take photos. You don't want nobody touching or talking. Well, in an auditorium, on the ferry, or on the mountain. And when you guys come back, you guys can tour this whole area. So normally, you guys
I'm just walking around to show around Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. And then somewhere around 10:15, I have to go back to the line to be on the ferry. Hello, ni yan yung Hawaii. Mao Pearl Harbor កាលហ្នឹងគេមានសិក្រាមជាមួយសហជប៉ុនឆ្នាំ1941 កាលហ្នឹងច្បាំងគ្នាធំហើយនៅនេះ ឥឡូវខ្ញុំមកលេងកូនស្រីមកមើលហើយទាំងថ្ងៃណាត់បានមកទៀតទេ កន្លែងនេះ Waterfront Memorial.
All these were submarines that lost in war. Yep. Yep. Yep.
stay with your friends.
How are you so tired already? It's like 9 hours. How much sleep do you need?
This is all Pearl Harbor histories.
Andrew Bell.
It's a site that became the final resting place for over 900 of those men, as well as 45 survivors who chose to be interred in the Arizona to rejoin their ship and their crewmates. We are not here to visit just a tourist attraction. We are here to visit a mass war grave, to pay our respects and to honor the lives lost in what is still the largest single loss of life in America's naval history. The shrine room to the back of the memorial will hold the names of those sailors and Marines who lost their lives on December 7th, as well as those survivors who chose to return to the Arizona for their final resting place. Please remember that these men were so much more than just the name you see on that wall. They were all individuals. They were people, really, just like us. The youngest man on that wall, he was only 16. There are 23 sets of brothers on that wall. There's a father and his son. They were all someone's son, father, husband, or brother, and they all had family, friends, and loved ones, many of whom continue to visit the site to this day, and some of whom might be on this boat out to the memorial with you. So with that in mind, we ask that you help us maintain an atmosphere of quiet contemplation and respect If you'll keep your voices to a low volume or to a whisper, and if you'll all take a moment to make sure your cell phones have been silenced, we do ask that you consider your phones in airplane mode for the duration of your time out there, just out of respect for those men that lost their lives aboard the USS Arizona. Photos are allowed on the boat, just please stay seated. Photos are allowed once you're inside of the memorial. The only time we ask for no photos is when you're on the dock going into the memorial. So once you leave the boat, just keep your phones away until you're inside. Once inside, you can take photos and videos. You can take photos and videos as you exit the memorial, just please none as you enter. Once you're there, you'll be there for about 10-15 minutes. There will be a ranger out there with you. If you have any questions or want any additional information, they'll be happy to help you out. They are going to make your return boat announcement whenever it's time. You'll all be our 10-15 group. It's important that you're leaving as that 10-15 group and then returning as that 10-15 group. It's just a safety thing. It's numbers of available seats and life jackets on every boat. You just have to make sure everyone's able to get out there and return safely. So you'll leave on this boat. The next boat that arrives at the memorial is going to be your return boat.
When that did happen, that made the service we had out here in 2021 for Biltmore incredibly historic. Because back then it was the 45th, and now it is the final ceremony we've ever had. I want to thank all of you for coming out today, but I do want to stress something that bears repeating, and that is while you're out here, please don't forget where you are. And I say that not insulting. If you go out into the assembly area behind you there, you allow your mind to wander just for a few minutes and looking at the gorgeous scenery of the coastline, the mountain range, the water. You can almost be on any other part of the water going to be the other side. But you're not. You're here.
Big total.
We got three that live here. They're all named Jefferson.